Hello my dear students, good afternoon. Now let's see the classification of elements into various blocks. So in our previous classes we discussed that there are four blocks we have: S block, P block, D block, F block. So why we call classification into four blocks, especially why they those blocks we called as SPDF, means the differentiating electron, last electron enters into particular subshells. So if the last electron enters into S subshell, they are called S block elements. The last electron enters into P subshell, then that particular element is called what we call P block elements. Like that, if electron enters into D orbital or D subshell, then that is called D block element. Okay, so who are the S block elements? Means the elements in which differentiating electron enters into S subshell. They are called S block elements. Okay, so why they are called S block elements, we have idea, because differentiating electron enters into S subshell. And how many groups are present? Means two groups present in S block. How many groups? Two groups present. What they are called? They are called 1A group as well as 2A group elements. So why they are called 1A group and 2A group? Means the valency shell consists of one electron, that is called 1A group. Valency shell consists of two electrons, that is 2A group elements. Okay sir, why two groups only? Why not three? Why not four? Means the reason we have, since S subshell can have maximum two electrons. Maximum how many electrons? Two electrons. That's why this S block consists of two groups and they are called 1A group elements as well as 2A group elements. Okay, what are the 1A group elements? 1A group elements are called alkali metals. What they are called? Alkali metals. 2A group elements are called alkaline earth metals. Alkaline earth metals. So 1A group elements means alkali metals, 2A group elements means alkaline earth metals. Who are the alkali metals? Means actually we have to start with hydrogen. And why I am rounding hydrogen, I will tell you. Hydrogen and lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. These are called 1A group elements. Of course, hydrogen is 1A group element, but hydrogen is not alkali metal. Okay, so hydrogen includes 1A group. Means in 1A group you will have hydrogen, definitely. Why? Means they all have one similarity in that last shell configuration, which is called valency shell configuration, and simply we call NS1. Why sir like that? I will give you example here. Hydrogen configuration is 1s1, right? And Mr. Lithium configuration is 1s2, 2s1, because atomic numbers, you know, it is 1 and it's 3. Sodium, it's 11. Atomic numbers, how to write it was given. 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 8, 11, like that. Okay, so I won't repeat. Now, sodium configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s1. And potassium, if you see, in the same way, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6 and 4s1. That means in all these configurations, what you have, the valency shell means last shell. Here only one subshell you have, only one shell you have, so 1s1 hydrogen. Here last shell means 2s. For sodium, last shell means 3s. For potassium, last means 4s. Highest N value, I told you, that is valency shell. So here if you observe 1s1 here, 2s1 here, 3s1 here, 4s1 here. Like that for rubidium, 5s1, 6s1, 7s1. That 7s1, 7 gives period number. S1, that 1 gives group number. Number of electrons in the valency shell. Valency shell means what I told you? Last shell. In last shell, how many electrons you have? 1. For rubidium, it is 5s1. For 6s1, means 1 electron you are having, they are called 1a. So, they are also called 1a group elements, also called alkali metals. Okay? Alkali means basic. Okay? They have a tendency to lose electrons. These are soft metals. About these we will discuss in metals, non-metals and metalloids classification. Now I'll give you what are the groups and what are the general electronic configurations. And so 1a group elements configuration in general is NS1. What are the 2a group elements means here beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium. And here you are having NS2. Very simple. Lithium after beryllium. So lithium is 2s1, beryllium is 2s2. Sodium 3s1, here 3s2. 4s1, 4s2. So in that way you can say NS2 is the general electronic configuration of these 2a group elements. Alkaline earth metals, these are called. 2a group elements are called what? Alkaline earth metals. Why they are called alkaline earth metals? They occur in earth crusts. Occur in where? Earth crusts. Okay, so that's why they are called alkaline earth metals and their configuration in general NS2. So you can see here beryllium means simply 1s2, 2s2. Here you will have 3s2 in the valence shell, outermost shell. Getting what I am saying? Here 4s2, 5s2, 6s2, 7s2 like that you are having. So in general you are having NS2 configuration. What is the general electronic configuration of S block therefore? What is the general electronic configuration of S block? Simply you can say NS122. I was given already. What is this M? First period element means 1, second period element means 2, third period element means 3, like that. Okay, so valence shell it represents N value. Getting what I am saying? And here one more thing is that helium also S block element only. S block element only. But helium in periodic table you written right side, no sir, along with noble gases means yes. I was written helium along with noble gases, but helium in that particular differentiating electron enters into this S subshell. That's why helium comes under this helium comes under S block only. Helium comes under what sir? S block only. Because differentiating electron means last electron enters into 1s itself. Helium configuration is what? 1s2. What is the helium configuration? Do you know helium configuration, sir? 1s2. So here you have one important thing, that is the general electronic configuration is NS122 for S block elements. For alkali metals there is NS1 configuration. Alkaline earth metals means you are having your NS2 configuration. And helium comes under S block element because the last electron enters into 1s. Hydrogen simple sir, hydrogen is 1s1 and helium configuration is 1s2. Means last electron means second electron only. The second electron enters into what subshell? Helium. That's why helium comes under S block. Then why you written along with noble gases? Means it is inert gas. It is highly stable. Because the particular subshell present in first K shell means only 1s. That subshell is already filled, completely filled. So this helium is a highly stable. That's why this kept in inert gases. Helium kept in inert gases. helium comes under this S block elements. So how many S block elements means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and this helium total 14 elements. How many total S block elements means 14 elements plus. Very important. Few people will think 13 because they won't consider helium. Helium comes under S block. Getting what I said? So this is about S block elements. So why they are called S block elements? Because in those elements, the differentiating electron means what I told you, last electron enters into S subshell. They are called S block elements. Okay, thank you. And now let's see our discussion about the P block elements. Our discussion about S block completed. Now we have to discuss about the P block. Okay, what are the P block elements and how many P block elements are there? This is our discussion now. Why they are called P block elements, and in P block elements how many groups present, and what is the general electronic configuration and what present in this. Let's see about P block elements. P block elements, why they are called like that and how many groups are present, let's see. Because here also same, the last electron means what I told you, that differentiating electron enters into what subshell do you know? P subshell. That's why they are called P block elements. P subshell can have maximum how many electrons? P subshell can have maximum how many electrons? Maximum 6 electrons. You know this already. S block elements having 2 groups because S can have maximum 2 electrons. P block elements means in P block there are 6 groups present. How many groups present? 6 groups present. Because in P block, in P subshell, maximum 6 electrons. So in P block there are 6 groups present. How many groups total? 6 groups present. What are the groups? Means we have 3A group elements and 4A, 5A, 6A, 7A as well as Mr. 8A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 groups present. Why 6 groups present? Because P subshell can have maximum 6 electrons. Okay, starts from P1 to starts from NP1 and NP2. This is NP3 and NP4, NP5 and NP6. These all have commonly one thing, that is NS2, because these are all coming after S block. It was mentioned in previous also. So third A group elements configuration means NS2 NP1, NS2 NP2, 4th A. What is the third A? Why that is called third A? Means valency shell consists of 3 electrons. You can count here 2 plus 1, total 3 electrons are present. 4th A means you can write here clearly if you want, you can write like this. 4th A group elements NS2 NP2. Okay, this one you can write as NS2 NP3. This one you can write like that, NS2 NP4. And this is NS2 NP5. And here you can write clearly NS2 NP6. These are the configurations of individual groups. Okay, so what are the groups present here? Means here starts from boron, told you already, boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium and ununtrium, T. Okay, so atomic numbers also I was given already, just go through those. And 4th A group elements carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, tungsten, lead, Pb, plumbum and annan, vanadium. Unquadium 114. Getting? And fifth year group elements nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, stibium, bismuth, anan, pentium, and fifth year group elements. Now come to sixth year group elements: oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium, and anan, heptium. Okay, next these are fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine, anan, septium, 117. And here you are having APA means, again I am writing helium, but don't include in P block. Helium comes under S block elements, but APA group elements are who? Means helium, neon, argon, krypton, like that you have to say, because helium configuration is different, because helium configuration is what? Helium configuration is 1s2. But here this APA group elements configuration is NS2, NP6, which we call octet configuration. What configuration that is called? Octet configuration. So what are the APA group elements means? You can write helium after, neon. Okay, I am continuing because here helium I written. Helium is a noble gas, but it is not having octet configuration. Helium has a duplet. Dew means two. Duplet configuration. Neon, argon, krypton, okay, xenon and radon and anan, octium. 118 anan, octium. These are the elements. So what is the general electronic configuration now? What is the general electronic configuration of Mr. P block? Means simple is NS2NP126, you can say. This is what general electronic configuration of Mr. P block. Why NS2NP126? Why you can understood? Starts with 1, ends with 6. Because P subshell can have maximum 6 electrons. Okay. So in previous S block elements I told you, except hydrogen and helium. Hydrogen is non-metal, helium also non-metal, and moreover that is noble gas. Hydrogen is a diatomic gas. Okay, and there in S block you have last elements, francium, 7th group element is there, no, francium and radium. They are radioactive elements. Radioactive elements means, do you know? They emit energy continuously, means they liberate energy continuously. Okay, we will discuss about metals and non-metals classification again. Okay, metals, non-metals and metalloids, their classification later on. So here what you have means in P block you have metals, non-metals as well as metalloids. All types of elements are present in P block. But in S block only hydrogen and helium are non-metals. Hydrogen is non-metal, diatomic gas H2, and helium is monoatomic. Not only helium, these all APA group elements are monoatomic. Mono means single. Atomic means only they exist as a single element, single atom. He, neon, like that. But hydrogen exists as H2. Diatomic we call it. Diatomic because two atoms are present. Hydrogen exists as molecule, not atom. Hydrogen exists as H2 gas like that, N2, O2, F2, like this. These are diatomic. Noble gases are called monoatomic we call. Understood clearly? So here, who are the non-metals means? In P block, top elements are non-metals, bottom elements, exactly bottom elements are metals. In middle, in zigzag manner, you will have metalloids. Don't worry. Who are the metalloids, who are the metals, who are the non-metals? Clearly, I will give you information. So, this is about what P block elements. What is the general electronic configuration of P block? NS2, NP, 1 to 6. Now let's see about D block. D block elements. Who are the D block elements? You know already. Who are the D block elements? In middle you are having D block elements as 10 groups, and those we called also what? Transition elements. Which are transition elements? Those also we will discuss. Okay. Now let's see about what that is D block. Don't write capital because these are subshells. Small letters. D block elements. Same story, sir. Why they are called D block elements means differentiating electron enters into D subshell. That's why they are called D block elements. So which are D block elements means the elements in which differentiating electron enters into D subshell. The elements in which differentiating electron enters into D subshell, they are called D block elements. Okay, so which are D block elements and why they are called D block elements and how many groups are present in D block? Let's see one by one. So D subshell can have maximum how many electrons? Can have maximum 10 electrons. Maximum how many electrons? 10 electrons. So therefore in D block how many groups are present? 10 groups present. How many groups present in P block? 6 groups. How many groups present in S block? 2 groups. Why in P block 6 groups? Because P subshell can have maximum 6 electrons. So D block can have maximum how many groups? 10 groups. Why? Because D subshell can have maximum 10 electrons. That's why. Okay. Now come to the particular groups in this D block. Means starts with 3A I told you. 3A and 4A and 5A. Sorry, not A. They are B. 3rd B and 4B, 5B and 6B and 7B and 8B and then 1B as well as 2. If you count, here you are having 8, I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But this 8B consists of 3 groups in which triads present. I told you already, here iron, cobalt, nickel, those elements will present as triads in 8 group. Okay, ruthenium, rhodium, palladium, osmium, iridium, platinum, those present here. Okay, ruthenium, rhodium, palladium, osmium, iridium, platinum. These 3 triads and some elements are present in 7th period and some are incomplete because elements yet to be discovered. Okay. So not yet discovered, they will discuss soon, few elements. Okay, so 3 groups present total, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 plus 3, 8, 9, 10 groups are present. Instead of groups, here D block elements better to understand as series, as 3D series and 4D series and 5D series. And last and final we have 66 like that here. What is a 3D series? A 3D series completely I will write after calcium you are having, calcium here, I will write here. Okay, so first I will write calcium here. Calcium is not belongs to 3D, don't worry. After calcium we have to write these elements, scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper and zinc. These are the elements. What is the calcium configuration? NS2. NS2. Otherwise, directly I will write 4s2. Correct? Beryllium, magnesium, calcium. Beryllium 2s2, magnesium 3s2, calcium 4s2. You can check the configurations. Only outermost I written. Before this means 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s2, 3p6 and 4s2. This is the configuration, right? This is for whom? Calcium configuration. So calcium is 20 atomic number. After calcium, scandium coming. It's 21 is atomic number. So scandium configuration is 4s2, 3d1. Correct? Last shell I am representing. This is calcium configuration. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2. So from 4s2 I am writing scandium. Before this 4s I am not writing all subshells. You can write because electronic configurations up to 30 elements we discussed already. So scandium is 4s2, 3d1. So titanium is what? Now it is 4s2, 3d2. This one 4s2, 3d3. This one 4s1, 3d5. This one 4s2, 3d6. This iron 4s2, 3d7. So this one, anything is? Sorry. This 4s1, sorry, 4s2, 3d5, 4s2, 3d6, and cobalt is 4s2, 3d7, and this is 4s2, 3d8, and this one 4s2, 4s1, 3d10, and zinc configuration, you know, that is 4s2, 3d10. So observe all configurations. So from that, what is the 3D series general configuration you tell me? 4s2, 3d1. You know the configurations up to 30 elements. 4s2, 3d1, 4s2, 3d2, 4s2, 3d3, 4s1, 3d5, chromium and copper are exceptional configurations. So from these, what you observe? This is 4s. Here n value is 4. Here n minus 1. I told you that. Okay. So in general, what you can write? The outermost is 4s, no doubt. But energetically 4s after 3d is more energetic. So first, after filling of 4s, you are filling 3d here. Following everyone? So listen carefully and repeat class carefully. So this is very important. So from these all things, what we can write? Everywhere this is similar. So what is the similar? 4s1 to 2 I can write. Why? Sometimes 4s1 I am writing here and here. That's why instead of here I can write, sir, why sir 4s2 you can write no, and 3d 1 to 10 you can write no, because 3d 1, 2, 3d 10. But sometimes this S configuration is changing. So how I have to represent 4s1 to 2 and 3d 1 to 10. This is what 3d6. Okay, so in that way I have a 4d series and 5d series and 6d series elements. All I was represented already. So just I will represent only the configurations. So this is the 3d series. Why they are called 3d series now understood? Because last electron enters into what subshell here? 3d subshell. Get it? So that's why they are called 3d series instead of groups. This D block elements we are studying as 3d series, 4d series, 5d series, 6d series, because the differentiating electron enters into particular 3d subshell. Why these are called 4d series? Now you can say the configuration, because last electron enters into 4d subshell. So by observing this, can you write 4d series general electronic configuration? What is 4d series general electronic configuration? Instead of 4s, 5s 1 to 2 and 4d 1 to 10, and here otherwise 5s 2 if you write also not a problem, it's not a mistake, but 5s 1 to 2 if you represent, that is better. Okay, that's good. You can understand very clearly. And 5d series means here 5, here 6s. 6s 1 to 2 and here 5d 1 to 10. Here 7s2, because 3D series comes in 4th period. Remember this. 3D series comes in what period? 3D series comes in 4th period. This 4D series comes in 5th period. You can check once. And these are called 6th period. 6th period. 5D series present in 6th period. And here, this one present in 7th period. And 6D series now 7s2 or else 7s122 and 6D 1 to 10 I can write. 1 to 10. Okay. So here in 6th period you are having configuration and 7th period you have configuration. So what is the general electronic configuration now for D block? So for D block elements, the general electronic configuration is NS122 N-1 D1 to 10. Why I written N and N-1 understood? Because everywhere you can check 4 3 5 4 6 5 7 6. So N N-1. If N is 7, 7 minus 1. N is 6, 6 minus 1, like that. So this is the general electronic configuration. So you must remember for the D block elements NS1 to 2, N-1, D1 to 10. Okay. In this D block elements, so these D block elements we also call transition elements. What is that called? Transition elements. Except all D block elements, all D elements, but some exceptions. Except, do you know what? Except zinc, cadmium, mercury. Except zinc, cadmium, mercury, all remaining D block elements, all, so I can write, all D block, all D block elements are called transition elements. About these transition elements and about the transition elements properties, we have one chapter itself in 12th standard, that is transition elements, D block elements and F block elements. One chapter only you have, don't worry. And here also in our next class I will explain about the transition elements and their properties. What are the properties of transition elements? So we discussed now S block elements, P block elements, D block elements. Next we have F block elements, and the F block element configuration I was given already, and I told you only there are two series, 4F series, 5F series. 4F series are called lanthanides and 5F series are called actinides. Actinides otherwise. 4F series are called lanthanoids because they are coming after lanthanum. 5F series are called actinoids because they are coming after actine. And these F block elements are called inner transition elements. So what are the properties of inner transition elements? Also I will explain in our next class. Have a good day. Thank you.